machine learning. In sklearn, this is the main package. In this package, there are a lot of sub packages. So from sklearn, I want to import data sets. So, and in this data set, I want to load, in this data sets, there is a function called load iris. So whenever as I told, like what is Anaconda? Anaconda is all about, software plus it gives some another machine learning statistics. S means scientific kit toolkits learning. That's it. Got it, Swati? Yeah, you are right, Ashif. Yeah, scientific kits, scientific toolkits. Okay, so I want to load this data set using sklearn. Okay, and then I want to observe that what is in data sets. So let's start some practical work from here onwards. I want to explore which one? sklearn. So from, how can you download import that data set from sklearn? You can see here sklearn. You can, after dot and tab, you can say there are a lot of from sklearn you can import what is data sets. So from sklearn I have imported this data sets, and on this data sets I can load, you can see, yeah. So I was trying to describe here. So when you have installed that Anaconda, so along with Anaconda, that data set is already downloaded. Along with that packages also. So these data sets is also downloaded. Boston data, breast cancer, diabetes, disease file, iris data. So whatever the famous data set, it is already downloaded. This kind of Boston data is there, diabetes is there, digit data is there, load files, iris data. So I want to absorb this iris data set. Data set dot load iris. You have to call this function. What is the purpose of this function? Is load iris data set. Load iris data set. Load the iris data set. Simple. Then I want to store this iris data set. Let's suppose the name is called iris. Once you execute, I want to know the type of this iris data set. So let's suppose I want to print here type of this iris. I want to know. So you can see here the iris. This is after the loading this data set. You can see here this is the bunch. So bunch is also just like a data type. Today I will describe how can you create your own bunch. Okay. So as of now, you can see like what is bunch. Bunch is just like a data type. Just like we have another data type. List is there, string is there. Okay. Dictionary is there. Same as it is, we have our next data type is bunch. Later I will describe how can you create your bunch, right? So you can see here I want to check, I want to know the keys of iris, this iris data set. So you can call that iris dot keys. Okay, and I want to print, let me put this statement into the print function. So you can see here, these are the keys of this bunch. One is data, another one is target, another one is target name, then description, then features name, then file name. We have a data, we have a target. This data and target is nothing but this data is our input data. As I told in our ML is three types: supervised learning and unsupervised learning. In supervised learning, classification and regression. Okay, and unsupervised learning, this is called clustering. So this is the data, and target is data is nothing but input, and target is nothing but output. That's it. This is the label. Then you can say here, this is the target name, then description, this features name, and file name. So let us observe this all this keys. What is data? What is target? What is target names? Let us observe, so that it will give that more and more clarity about this iris data set. So I want to know print. I want to print iris dot what is data. So we can see here, even though I show that in iris data, this is our data. First one is so like a sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width. So there is four attributes internally: sepal length in centimeter, sepal width in centimeter, petal length in centimeter, petal width in centimeter. Got it? So this is a iris data. Okay, this is iris data, and even though you can observe that the total number of column insides, so the insides it is around 150. For vertical is Setosa is 50. So total data set of Setosa is 50, Verzicolor 50, and Virginica 50. You can see here. I have already seen total one is total counts from here to here. Total count is 150. You can see this is the 150. This is the total count.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, please. Most welcome.
When you showed us in that Excel, in the last column, we have that whether it is Sitosa, Virginica, or Vergicolor. But why in this display we are not getting that column?
This one in this list.
Yeah.
Let me. I'll show. This is the data actually. I'll show.
Okay.
Wait a moment. So next one is I want to show, this is the data. So this is our input data. So we have some observation, some input data. Okay, I am trying to passing, even though in first session I described here, I'm trying to give you some data. That means this is the input data: sepal length SL, sepal width SW, petal length PL, and petal width. I'm trying to giving this four data, right? Four data. On the basis of that data, you have to finalize what is the attributes, what is the target. You have to finalize the flower's name of this flower's name. So this is the supervised learning or unsupervised learning? First tell me. Yeah, tell me, man. This is the supervised learning or unsupervised learning, please. Anyone? Lakshmi Priya. Yeah, good. This is the supervised, because I'm giving here input, and I'm trying to know that target is flower's name. In this flower's name, there is four type of flowers only. I'm giving the option. Three option. I'm giving the three option. What is? It may be Setosa, it may be Verticolor, or it may be Virginica. So it is the supervised classification or regression. Tell me, it is the supervised classification or regression? Tell me, eh, what is supervised? Supervised classification or regression? Yeah, classification. Because we have labeled, and in label we have a label, and in this label we have a we have a in label we are easily known our output. Multi choice is there. Descriptive. Got it? So next, try to observe. Next one, try to observe. I want to know iris dot target. Iris dot target. Let me put these things into the print statement, so it will come into the proper iris dot target. So you can see here the target is this 00000 is comes from this is denoting from 0000000 for Sitosa. This is denoted from, this is the target. This is denoted from, denote for verticolor, and last two is denote from Virginica. So I want to say that machine learning internally in sklearn internally, it will not take a direct name. Let's suppose you have to pass some codes. Let's suppose our target is Shitosa. You have to you have to teach your machine, hey, the target is Shitosa, Verticolor, and Virginica. But this name will not get directly. You have to pass some, in machine you have to pass some numeric value respective of this target, this target name. So here for Sitosa it is passing 0, for Verticolor it is passing here 1, and for Virginica it is passing here 2. I will describe later. We have a function, we can replace this name to that any numeric values. So let's suppose you are working in a company, and so it will be decided that, like let's suppose if everyone follow like a code for Sitosa is 0, so in entire company it should be follow 0 only. If code for Verticolor is 1, so it should be follow in entire company 1 only. You cannot follow like, hey, you are using 4 and I am using 3. It's not a proper way. So it's up to you, like what code you are trying to pass in here. So here, which is already decided, hey, for Sitosa will pass 0, for Verticolor will pass 1, and for Virginica we will pass information 2. So this is the iris target key. Next, let us observe like a iris dot. Next one is, what is target names? Target names. Let this statement into the print. Okay, so what is the target name? Sneha, are you getting my answer? Like you asked, like where is Sitosa, Verticolor, Virginica?
Yeah.
Here I
Yes,
saw
sir.
like only the data. This is our data, not a target.
Okay.
Got it? So this is
So
the
in that
data.
data set itself,
Sorry.
in the data set we have both input and output, right?
Data is, as I told that earlier, I told that you, I think you are not listening. Earlier I told that this data is our input data only. This target is output. Earlier I told that. Got it? This
Yeah,
is
got it.
input and this is output. Then this is the target name. This is the target name. So in machine learning, we are passing only data and target. So target will be only numeric values, not a string. So before passing this target names, you have to assign, you have to replace with the this target name. Hey, for you can see here, for Sitosa, the target, the Sitosa code is 0. For Verticolor, code is 1. For Virginica, code is 2. You have to pass. Got it?
Yes, sir. Got
Yeah. Next one is, I want to know the entire description. Iris, iris dot description. What is ds here? Description. I want to print here. Let's suppose in print statement. I want to pass here. Here you can get all the clarity description of this iris data set. So you can say here, iris is a plant data set. Iris is a plant data set characteristic. You can say number of instance total is 150. 50 in each of 3 classes. What is these 3 classes? Sitosa, Verticolor, and Virginica. Number of attributes is 4 numeric. Predictive attributes and the class. What is that attribute? Sepal length in centimeter. Okay, these are the attribute. Hey, Swati, you ask like a headers now. This is the header. Sepal length in centimeter, sepal width in centimeter, petal length in centimeter, petal width in the centimeter. Then this is the class iris setosa, iris verticolor, and iris virginica. This is the summary. You can say here aesthetics. This is the minimum, maximum, mean, and standard deviation. So you can say sepal length of mean is 4.3. Sepal length max is 7.9. So if any flowers, their minimum length, sepal length, minimum length 4.3. If that length is less than 4.3 minimum, so you can say, hey, this is not at sepal, this is petal. Maximum length of sepal may be, maximum length of sepal would be 7.9, not more than. This is the mean. This is the standard deviation. In level 3, I will describe what is the standard deviation. A standard deviation means like let's suppose what is the average one, average the heights of girls, like let's suppose 5 feet, right? But I told like this is this is one girls which is which heights is only 2 feet. 2 feet. So what is the mean of this height? 5.2. So I want to know that standard deviation, because this is the standard height and this girls is deviated from this heights. Deviation means you are going towards maybe higher or maybe lower. So you can 5 like a 5 minus 2, 3. So 3 is the standard, 3 is the deviation. Even though sometimes you will go in minus or sometimes you will go in plus. I will describe in statistics classes like what is mean, median, max, standard deviation, variation, variance, correlation. We'll find out. Got it? So you can see here, minimum, maximum, and standard deviation and relation. Then you can say here the famous iris data set first used by Sir R.A. Fisher. The data set is taken. The data set is okay. Now it's audible. Now it's audible. Audible. Now it's audible. Okay. So you can say here first used by Sir R.A. Fisher. The data set is taken from Fisher paper. Note that the same as in R, but not as in UCI machine learning repository, which is two wrong data point. The perhaps the most on, so you can go through with that description, description. Next one is next one is after this description, after this description, I want to know features name. Features name. As of now, we know that only target name, but I want to know the features name. That means headers. What is asking? I think Swati. So you can see here print print. You can print iris dot features name. So you can see here the iris dot features name. What is the feature? What is the attribute name? First one is sepal length, then sepal width. Next one is petal length and petal width. So this is the all about that description of iris data. Got it? Got it or not? Even though you want to know the type of this iris target, you can observe that type also. Observe that type also. I want to know that data set shape. How can we do that? Let's suppose in print test. How can we do that? Iris dot data dot what one shape. Shape is one function we have. Shape. So we can say here 154. Like 154 means 150 columns is there, and sorry, 150 row is there. Sorry, I'm wrong said. 150 row is there. 150 row is there, and what is the column total? Okay, total column is 4. 4 column, 150 rows. 150 rows. I already shown in. Got it? Similarly, you can explore another data set also. Similarly, you can explore another data set also. Another data set. Let's suppose I want to say like data set dot. You can see here. I want to show these things here. I want to load. Let's suppose instead of iris data set, you want to load next data set. What is load Boston data set? So you can observe this Boston data set also. This Boston data set is also in same way. Got it? Got it or not? Any doubts? Yeah, yeah, CSV file you can get it. You can download that CSV file. Okay, you can. No. You can. There is CSV file options. You can, even though on Google, if you want to directly search. Okay. Download the iris datasets CSV. You can get from Kaggle also and GitHub also. There is here is direct iris datasets. So you can get it. You can get it. Even though I can share. No, no, what are you getting? What are you saying? Tell me. No, no. So if we have a read CSV file is there for reading that files properly in data frame. I have already described. Got it? Even though read CSV, even though in my lab copy, lab data, read CSV, I have already shown Mr. Asif. Let me, yeah, I will give show you. No issue. In lab copy, I have all that relevant data. CSV file is there. I have a iris CSV file. Okay, Panda CSV file is there. Let me check here. Iris is there. Iris CSV file is there. I want to open. Okay, same name is there, so that's why. Let me close this one, and then I want to. I think another one is already. You can create your own data sets. This is a simple length, simple width, petal length, petal width, and then a species. Anything you can put. Got it. From there only you can get the data, and then you have to put pass this only header, nothing. So how to read that CSV file I have already described. How to read that CSV file I have already described. Got it. So for reading the CSV file, don't worry. You have to call like let's suppose you have to import what one import pandas as a PD. Okay, and then PD dot what is read CSV file. You can call PD dot sorry read CSV file, read Excel file. This is the only option. Got it? You have to pass this read CSV, and let's suppose in your directory, let's suppose you want to read that CSV file where it is. Let me show here. So in this, I want to pass here that Python, and then I can pass this one. Okay, let me pass here irish.csv. So we can see here, this is our simple length, simple width, petal width, and then spaces. Got it, Ashif? 150 rows into 50 columns. So there is another extra columns. Yeah, if you want, you can remove that using what is the parameter you have to pass at the rate index underscore call is equals to 0. Yeah. So next one is I would like to describe how to create your own data frame. How can you create let's coming to how to create a data data frame. Okay, so you know that
Sir, can you show the last parameter which you've used in the previous command, sir?
sorry,
Index. Um, you
index
have put in
underscore.
that pd dot read CSV.
Let
Index
me
underscore.
here. One second. Read the CSV. You
Okay.
have this one. You can go here. There is by default index underscore column is equal to taking none. You can pass this arguments. Okay. That in place of none you can pass here 0. You can see this. Yeah. So
Sir, I'm not able to get this Pitosa and all. The last column.
sorry. Which one?
Actually, when I'm the last column species, that one is not coming in mine. So
Why?
I am reading the CSV file from that default. You said no, that anaconda, that location.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not getting that last one, but I'm getting it as 0, 1, 2 like that.
0, 1. Okay. No. So can you open that CSV file? What is the structure of that CSV file? Is there a species is present in your CSV file or not? First tell me.
Okay.
First check with that CSV file it is presented or not.
Okay, so I'll check that.
Yeah, you can check it and if it again facing you can connect offline.
Okay.
Okay. So next one is I want to create one data frame. Okay, one data frame and I want to create a bunch with our own data. I want to create a bunch with our own data. So how can we create, even though you can create that data set, data frame also using iris data set. Okay, so let's suppose I have a from sklearn. How can you do that? Sklearn, then import, what should I write here? Import data sets. Okay, then import pandas pandas as a pandas as a pd, then import pandas as a pd. Then I want to load the iris data set. Let's suppose I want to load the iris data set. In print statement I can write here what is I want to load. Let's suppose I want to load iris data set. Iris data set. That's it. I want to load iris data set. Then then I want to, how can we load that iris data set? Data sets dot of function is called load iris, load iris. Okay, and then I want to print here. I want to print this data set into the variable name is called iris. Okay, then I want to create a data frame. Let's suppose I want to create a print here. I want to create a data frame for AME. Data frame is created. Let's suppose. So how can you create a data frame? You know that PD dot we have a one function called data frame. You have already for creating the data frame. Even though in level 3 we'll learn this also, but in level 1 also I described like what is data frame. Data frame is nothing but a table. Data frame is nothing but table. Okay, so I want to create our data frame pt dot data frame. Let's suppose I can pass here in data frame iris 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 dot data. first column may be iris dot data. So this is not iris dot data, and then we have a one. So if you want, you can see what is if you want, you can see what is pd dot data frame. You can absorb that. You can absorb that. So here is it says like data. There is taking one argument data, then index, then column, data type, copy. Right. So same as it is, I want to create one data frame using that iris data. So iris dot data, this is our data. Okay, this is our data. From there, I want to name columns is equals to iris. What is columns name? Iris dot features. Iris dot why not taking? It should be taking feature FEA TURE feature underscore names. Columns is equals to iris dot feature underscore name. Let me execute this line. Of course, yeah. Two. I want to take only 2 rows. Or so by default, head is taking only 5 rows. So if you want to pass in df dot head, okay, df dot head, and if you are not passing any argument in this head, so by default it will take 5 rows only. Sorry, df is not defined. This is the this is not df. This is called where we have a. Let's suppose I want to pass this here. Sorry. So you can see here, load iris dataset. What we does here, we are trying to load this iris dataset. From this iris dataset, we have created one data frame here. This is our sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width. This is why it's taking only 5, because I'm taking here only head. If you want to execute all of your without taking head, so you can it will take all the data set from here. Total 150 rows and 4 columns. If you want to take only tail, so you can take a tail also. Got it? Tail also. So here you have to pass a df dot tail. You have to pass df dot tail. Same as it is, just like a header, you can pass header. Yeah, it is taking some times. So same as it is, you can take a tail also. Got it? It is processing. Okay, so it will work fine. Got it? How can you load your data? Next, coming to the how to create a bunch with our own data. How can create a bunch with our own data, how to create a bunch with our own data. So for creating a bunch, I want to import numpy as a np. Okay, numpy as a np. Then I have to import which one? sklearn. Okay, sklearn dot datasets. sklearn dot datasets. It should become. Okay, then I want to take one examples here. Let's suppose in this I want to create a one normal list. Example, in examples I want to take some strings values. Let's suppose example 1, then comma, then comma example 2, then comma example 3. Okay, so we have a three data. One is example 1, example 2. Okay, example 3. No module is SY. Oh, this is, sorry, this is, and that's why. Okay, I want to observe what is example. Okay, so you can say here example is example 1, examples 2. I want to know the type. So you can say here type will be list. Type will be list. Got it. Now, what I'm trying to do here, what is our target? This is what is our target. I want to observe what is our target. So let's suppose I want to create a target. The target should be. Let's suppose I want to create one variable called target. Okay, target. So how can you create that target? Do you know? Any numeric values you can take it as a target. You can take it as a target. Any numeric values you can take it as a target. Even though you can create a normal np dot array and you can pass here target is, let's suppose 0 1 2. So I want to check this is the target 0 1 2. This is our target, right? Then I have to call sklearn dot dataset dot base dot bunch. Or in this item you can check here what is bunch. You can say here bunch is taking key values are keywords arguments. Okay, and this is called optional or mandatory. This is the optional or mandatory. Optional means not optional. This is the flexible arguments or mandatory argument. Number of arguments should be mandate, fixed or flexible. What is the meaning of a star? Tell me, guys. It is flexible. Okay, you can say here, right? You can say here you are passing bunch a equals to 1, b equal to 10. Okay, same as it is. I want to pass here. Same as it is. I want to pass here. In our data, there is one variables called in for data. I want to pass here. Even though you can check here. Even though you can check here in examples, there should be given. I don't know. In data, instead of data, you can pass here what is our data. Data is example. Then comma, what is a target? You can pass here. Target is target. This is our target. Own target. Okay. Let me store this date object into that data set. Any variable name data set 1. I want to observe. I want to know now. This is my own. I want to observe type data set 1. So tell me what will be the type of this data set 1. Tell me what will be the type of data set 1. Type is, you can say here, wow, sklearn utility bunch. So this is our own data set. This is our own bunch or system defined bunch. This is our own bunch. This is our own bunch. So this is the way. But in real life, in real scenario, we no need to create this kind of activity. This is just for your knowledge. This is just for your knowledge. I want to get that data sets dot. I want to know keys. So we can see here keys is data and target. There is two keys here, data and target. Even though if you want to pass any number of keys, you can pass any number of keys. If you want to know what is data, so you can easily get the data from that data, and then you can pass here data. So you can say data is example 1, example 2, example 3. Same as it is if you want to get the data set 1 and then you want to get the target, you can get the target also. What was the target we have defined? 0, 1, 2. Got it. So as of now, what we are seeing here, we are passing directly target, which is in numeric format. Next session, I will show you how can you replace your, let's suppose target name is different. Let's suppose target name is Sitosa, Vergicolor, Virginica. I don't want to pass this target name directly because target here we are passing numeric value, so machine is taking that fine. It is fine. Let's suppose instead of this target you are passing some different one. Let's suppose target is, I'm passing here, target is I'm taking same target names here directly. Okay. I want to take instead of that target 0, 1, 2, I want to write here this target. So this target. So I will describe you how you can replace this target name to target. Ideally, you will see in next session. Then after in next session, we will learn more and more about this one, KNN maths. Okay, so we'll start our KNN algorithms. This is the KNN algorithms I will start. KNN algorithms. Got it? So without any failure, you should have to join the session. Okay, thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow.